Hi, I'm LaShawn and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you want to be inspired on a daily basis, then this is the perfect place for you. Start now by subscribing and clicking the bell. Hello, this is LaShawn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me here once again. Now, today we are going to talk about how to create a budget. And I believe that it's essential for all of us to create a simple yet effective budget. A budget provides you with quick estimates of how much money that you can spend. It's really that simple. Once you create this budget, it'll help you to direct your money in a purposeful way. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about how to create a budget. It won't always be the exact plan that we want, but if you start with a simple, that's why I use the word simple, a simple budget, it will make sure that you have your priorities in order and all of your items will be funded properly. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to gather all the information that we're going to need for our budget. Okay, so we are ready to begin and we're not going to waste any time. Okay, we're going to focus on this project. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get your checking and credit card statements for, I guess, the past month together. Get them together, sit them in front of you, and this way will provide you with what you need to do this budgeting project. And if you have any additional past statements, bring them in, but the most recent ones are the ones we need. We also, in order to do our budget, we need your most recent pay stub. And I think a nice tip would also be to get a copy of your tax return. And then we're going to do a worksheet, and we're going to organize all this information. I'm not going to put up a screen or anything because everybody does their worksheet differently. So get you a worksheet, and we're going to organize all this information. And first, we're going to start with our income, because the first step in building your budget is to know what your basic income is. So after taxes, how much money do you make? You ask yourself these questions. That's why your pay stubs and your checking account statements are very useful, because we just need to know what your take-home pay is. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to see what our basic take-home pay is, because that's the only money that you can count on every single month. Okay, it doesn't include overtime. It doesn't include bonuses or any other type of incentive pay, just what you bring home. Okay, so now no overtime or bonuses. I'm not sure if I said that. And we're going to do that for the 12 months. And that's going to give us our numbers for this budget. And it's very imperative that we do that. Okay. Okay. Next, we have to list off the fixed costs that you have. These are monthly expenses that you have to pay in order to maintain your life, in order to live. So these fixed costs would be like, let me see, your rent, if you pay rent or if you pay mortgage. These are your fixed ones, okay? So basically, you need these to live, okay? Okay, rent, mortgage, let me see, grocery bills, utility bills, your car payments, and your insurance. And these are the fixed ones that we talked about, or your fixed costs. And once you list all of these, add up the total. So this is per month. You're paying all these bills. Now let's add all that up, and that bottom is going to be your total. Now, the next thing you have to do is deduct that total from your take-home income. You got that? And this will become your discretionary income. And then that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so our next step is what I call the variable cost. And the last step, your account statements, is important. So these are the variable expenses. These are the costs that either vary month by month or you don't pay them each month. Do you see what I'm saying? Variable costs will likely include stuff like, I don't know, going to a movie, dining out, clothing, other expenses. See, I don't know if that's a good term, but it works for me. Variable costs, because it varies. So variable cost is like you go out to eat, y'all decide to go clothing, shopping, and others go get a pair of Nikes and all this extra stuff. Okay, so these expenses that we are going to call variable costs are not present on your account statement. So this could be detrimental in your budget. So we're going to put all these things on our list. I forgot to say about vacations, stuff like that, gifts for people. So I'm going to give you an example. If you spend, $1,200 a year on gifts for people, like holidays, birthdays. If you spend $1,200 a year, then the best way to do this is you would break that down to $100 per month. Get that? If you spend $1,200 a year on gifts like holidays and birthdays, and we break that down, that would be $100 per month. So you see what I'm saying? So if you know you don't spend that much, then put another number. We just need a number, because we have to add this to our list of expenses on the budget. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so you putting all of these variable costs down on your worksheet that I told you about, and we're gonna figure out how much we spend each month. And then we're going to add another 10% to that. And this is where we're going to leave it for right now. You have to be able to see. That's why I told you to do that, because these expenses are not consistent. You cannot count on your monthly statement or, your to show exactly how much you're spending on these gifts. So it's more likely you will underestimate the true cost. That's why I had you actually look at it. That's why I gave you a number saying $1,200, because it makes it real. And now we can move on to the next thing. Okay? Because if you can figure out that those variables, those extras, going out to eat, going to the movies, and those type of things, and also buying gifts and stuff like that, those can greatly affect your budget. So you're going to have to figure out, and that's something you have to determine on your own, what your budget will be for expenses like gifts and things like that. That's why I gave you the $1,200 a year type of example. So just figure out what works for you, okay? And finally, add in the financial goals you want to accomplish in your financial plan. If you want to invest for retirement, maybe taking a vacation, or maybe you want to put a little extra to the side to buy a house. Think about this. As you list your goals, enter the amount you want to save each year toward the goal. Okay, so you're going to put down, let's say you want to save $10,000. You're gonna list your goals, and the amount that you enter is what you want to save each year towards your final goal. So let's say you got a 10-year plan. You want to put $10,000 up each year, so a total of $100,000. That's how you would base this in this budget. And your numbers, you're going to plug in yourself, the numbers that apply to you. And as you list the goals, enter the amount you want to save each year towards your goal, and the monthly amount that you are willing to spend. And I'm doing my little fingers, spend, put aside, whatever word you want to use, in order to accomplish each goal. If you don't know how much you would need to spend, You really need to decide that before we do the budget. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You have to decide that. That's why I say, that's why I gave you the number 10,000, just so you'll be able to do this and create a budget and stop stalling, stop procrastinating. This is the only way to do it. Add up your costs into the total under your goals, and you now have the amount of money you have to free up in order for you to accomplish your goals. It's that simple. You can do it. You have to make this money, and you got to prioritize your goals. And if you want to make a budget and you want to save money, you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize your goals. That's it. That's all you have to do. And you have to make your budget reflect how you want to spend your money rather than how you are spending your money right now. Don't ignore a budget. Do it and focus on your priorities. It's really that simple. You have to go over everything. And as you enter each expense according to your priorities, remember, deduct the cost from your discretionary income. You'll keep adding the next priority to your budget until you run out of money. That's why it's best to go ahead and do the budget. Go ahead and do it and shape your life. Go ahead and do a budget and get your life put back on track. Go ahead and do your budget today and don't put it off anymore. You have the tools you need in order for your financial goals to be achieved. It can be achieved. It's a doable process. And that's why we did it this way, so you can see that it's really that simple. That's all I got for you today. Remember, you can make this money. Thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Take a minute to leave a comment. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.